And back with you here at Middletown Ice Room. A little early for a little intermission report for you. In case you're just joining us, the Titans leading the Kenai River Brown Bears by a score of 4-1. The first goal was scored by Kenai River off the stick of Joey Sardina with his fifth of the year, but then 4 unanswered goals for the Titans up until the second intermission. And other games around the NAHL right now, Johnstown and Aston are tied up scoreless in the first period in Aston, as those are the only two East Division teams still playing each other. And Fairbanks and Wilkes-Barre Scranton are doing battle in the first period. Last check, it would be 1-1 with 6:51 to go in the first period. Of course, the biggest question mark on the game would be simply the amount of time it would take to adjust to the time change. You come in from Alaska Standard Time, a 4-hour time difference from the East Coast of the United States. 4 hours is a lot of time. You talk about red eyes. Well, there's a whole nother hour that has to be accounted for the Alaska teams. So for those of you on the other side of the continent, welcome and good afternoon. Glad you're with us, because just goes to show you that the NAHL really is the North American Hockey League. Because really any league can be considered that. But really, let's look at another score update. It's actually 3:29 now, still the same score. Fairbanks, at the opposite end of the spectrum in the NAHL, you have this big Alaskan sandwich, which the bread are the Alaskan teams. You have Kenai River just not able to produce like they want to with just 2 points on the season. Looked like they were going to give the Titans a little bit of a headache, but the Titans got their feet wet as they are playing just their third home game in a little over 6 weeks. So that just goes to show you that the Titans may be a little unfamiliar that they're playing on the rink that they practice on all the time. I mean, there's just such a difference between game and practice. You just never, ever can compare the two with the crowd, the sights and sounds, the smells even, and the intensity, because those are the moments that matter. And the Titans have had plenty of opportunity to succeed on the road, just not as many at home. Their home record for the Titans is 6-4, while the road record for the Titans is 11-4-2. That's 10 games at home. This is just the 11th home game for them. And for Kenai River, it's just their 10th road game. Looks like the starters will come back out for the third period, as they did in the first two periods. 38-16 is the shot differential, the shots on goal total for both teams on the game, as it was all New Jersey in the latter half of the second period. So everybody is set, and the puck has dropped on the third period. It's won by Kenai River off of Joey Sardina's stick, and now it'll be guided in, actually deflected on a backhander by default, and then it'll be picked up by Gazzillo along the far side. King, not sure if he got a stick on that. It was kept in regardless. Stopped by Wright. Now default chasing after Gazzillo, and Gazzillo's going to hand it all the way up towards Adam Hasek, towards Durham. It was banked off his stick. Now Brady's going to bump into his man, Sardina. And now Osling, he made a beautiful play. If you're just joining us in the second period, opening up time for the go-ahead goal for New Jersey. That was buried by Adam Hasek. Little awkward bounce as that one came short of the glove of Pat Gazzillo. It's going to be handed off towards Hasek, and he'll send it on in. He'll guide it and then head to the bench as Hamilton and DeVito come on the ice as the Brad Becker line for the Titans comes on with Falco and Schuler. The center logo is Bo Shaver, and this will get sent in and collected by Spencer Wright. With 18:49 to go in the third period, Titans 4, Brown Bears 1. Fans getting settled into their seats, getting their last set of refreshments before the post-game open skate here at Middletown Ice World. If you're in the area, you can come by, skate with some of the Titans, for those who stick around. Hamilton going to backtrack for this one as Goodmanson's all over his back. Goodmanson going to get there first, actually. Got his stick on there, and then Hamilton somehow got it to Shore. Now it's sent around after Valco couldn't get the puck out, and there will be a penalty coming on an elbow. I believe this is going to be against Kenai River. And instead, it's actually going to be Valco. That's just the second penalty against the Titans tonight. 0 for 1 are the Brown Bears on the power play. They look good in their first power play, and I think that setup time actually is what gave them the confidence to shoot one from the point that went through traffic past Spencer Wright's left shoulder. So Sardina loses the draw against Bryce. Gazillo's going to try to bank this one off the board. It's kept in by Harthji. Sent along Weaver. Ooh, he's going to take a glove to the face. Steve Rullier, the referee, keeps his arm down as with 1:46 to go, it gets cleared out. Archie going to retreat back to his goaltender and receive it from him. Keene trying to settle it. He's having a little bit of trouble with it as Bryce is going to circle around him. Keene has to put on the brakes and then go back the other way, back around his own cage, and then send it up the right side. Ayata couldn't keep it. Actually, that's Harthji. And now the puck is going to get airmailed. That disc all the way down the ice. Actually, Baker has to play it. It's a little bit wide. 1:10 to go in the man advantage for Kenai River. Harthji up towards Kressel. Now putting on the brakes is Default, trying to get it back towards Harthji. Now led on to Spetz. That one blocked in front, never got to the net. Now trying the keep an attempt on the backhand was Harthji. Instead, Bryce is going to pick up the loose puck. Now Becker just going to nudge it. And instead of trying to be a little aggressive and making an offensive play, he's just going to guide it as he tried to keep it down there as long as he could, but unable to. Default trying to find a man, unable. And now Brady. Up ice he goes. With speed, he's got Schuler behind him. He's going to throw one out in front from the right circle. Tough angle, is able to get it on Baker. And now this is going to get dumped in the zone. It'll be in front of the red line, no icing. Carlson slams Hamilton into the boards, and then Becker just a little bit tied up there with Cam Cook. Cook able to come away with that one on the forecheck. Cross ice pass to Spetz. He'll wind and fire, and that winds up in the back of Hamilton. And there'll be a penalty as a result of that. Power play is over for Kenai River. And now it'll be the Titans who will have the man advantage. So Carlson, who was in front of the net, actually barreled Hamilton over, blocked the shot, and then the Titans will have another power play. So Cusinelli's going to take this face-off against Sardina. It's going to be won by Cusinelli. Back to DeVito, and now Bersaitis picks his head up. Had an open lane, besides to give it back towards DeVito. Centering feet for Cusinelli. On the left-hand shot, he has to readjust and backhand it towards Hasek. He gave it back to DeVito, and then they play catch. It's Hasek and DeVito. DeVito fakes the drive, decides better of it. Left circle, Hasek. Now the rebound comes back towards DeVito. He shoots, he scores from the point. The slap shot, DeVito gets his second of the night on the second power play goal for New Jersey. It's 5-1. That's the 40th shot on goal for New Jersey. And with 16:08 in the third period, they take command here. As Kenai River would lose their 25th straight game if anything changes here. Keene back around, and he'll back it around. So that'll get lifted up. Glove down by Becker. DeVito with his second goal of the game. Ooh, and taking a hard hit from the elbow of Marshall is Egan. Becker right on with the right circle, tried to throw one out front. That went through the goal mouth and out. Backtracking is DeVito, now looking for a Hattie. Becker takes a hit and then retaliates on Evanston, and that will head up ice now. Here comes Kessel, and he was in offside. 15:29 third period, 5 for New Jersey, 1 for Kenai River. DeVito's goal through traffic, not seen by Baker. So now it'll be Bryce and Kressel in the face-off circle. Now Kressel's going to get thrown out of the face-off. Not sure what happened there. That'll be Gessert, the captain for Kenai River, to take it. He loses it, though, to Bryce. Brady gives it right back to the man who won the draw. It is Bryce. He'll just guide it on in, back behind to the corner. Going to get it is Kressel. And then it's sent around the boards. Boshaver couldn't keep that one in. Now it's Hamilton. Archie going to try to guide it in. Boshaver chasing after it, but Hamilton's going to get there first. Around the cage they go. Shaver all over him. And O'Shaver hits the ice. Hamilton then gets nudged off the puck. Some arms go up in the stands, but not the important man, Steve Rouillard. And Bose Brasitis comes in, and that was a little bit ahead for the Titans. 14:50 to go. Third period, 40-19, the score. 40-19 is the shots on goal. 5-1 the score. Getting ahead of myself here. Becker wins that face-off, gives it back to DeVito, and now Weaver. He fanned on that one, and Becker took an elbow in the back. Here comes Egan with Becker. Egan puts on the brakes, and we have another penalty coming up here against New Jersey. A little retaliation. Here's Cook as Baker comes on for the extra attacker. The shot, and stopped by Wright. And then the rebound in the paint is sent to the corner, and that will get the whistle on the delayed penalty. And we have an injury. Trainer out to the ice, and can't tell who's down at the moment. All I see is a skate. It's a brown bear that is down. I can tell you that. Can't tell whom it is, though. And it is the former Titan, Ayata. All I could see from my angle was a brown bear. And he will get picked up. And he will be helped up, skate off under his own power. So a little familiar face here in New Jersey. He's able to receive help. See if he'll return to the game. Goodmanson trying to feed that one towards Harchi. Now Schuer's going to chase after this one, but it'll be Sardina to go back and backhand it towards Goodmanson. Picks his head up. Now Carlson has it. Going to guide it towards Gessert, but he had Becker all over him, and as a result, that puck will get turned over, and it'll take a carom off the ice and out. With 1:38 to go, it's cleared down to the other side. 14 minutes to go, third period. And a power play for Kenai River. They're third of the game. They're 0 for 2 so far. Back around the net, going back to get it as Harchi. And he'll survey. Give it to Sardina. He's got Gessert right with him. So it'll go all the way across ice for Goodmanson. Left side, going to center it in front off the pad of right and then cleared away. 1:05 left in the power play. Now under a minute 55 to be exact. Dufault. Kressel trying to send it on. Instead, it'll be Dufault. Up towards MacArthur, and that one's back towards Dufault at the point. He overskated it. Bryce trying to intercept that one. Oh, he may have gotten a piece of it. Instead, it'll get cleared out like intended by Spets. Now it'll be Goodmanson. No, Kressel trying to feed it for Cam Cook. Not there. 25 seconds to go. Puts on the brakes, goes right around Farabee. Here's Cook with a drive, and that one is snapped wide. Spets. Along the board. Whoop. Stepladder just almost gave way. Spets angled that one off the boards. Kressel going to shoot, and that one from the top of the ref circle is into the breadbasket of Spencer Wright. With 6 seconds to go in the power play, 12:35 to go in the period. We're still at a 5-1 score here. Off the faceoff, 4 seconds ago. This one shot, it's loose, and it never crossed the goal line. It went behind right, and that never crossed the goal line. I mean, it was that close. It got the inside part of the post, but went the other direction. And that'll kill the penalty off. Butcher up the left side. He'll throw one on net, and it's chested down into the glove by Wright for the stoppage. So, a little extracurricular there. Rouillard will, the two Stevens will talk. That's Saylor and Rouillard. They talk about where this face-off is going to come. And the Brown Bears just changing the pairing up right now. Guys are still out on the ice as they are trying to make some room for the bench on the, down here on the left side. They play on. Here's one fluttering around, jamming away at it. It's still loose in the crease. Another shot. That's stopped in front. I'm not sure if that caught right or one of the loose leg. Ayata kept it in. Glad to see him back in the game. Marshall stops, puts on the brakes. Weaver is able to upend his man and keep him away from that. MacArthur is going to send it back around. Try to hand it off to Butcher, but Butcher out of the way of that one. Appleton had to go back to the bench, and now the shot is stopped by Durham, and he will head up ice. Dufault couldn't come up with it. Now it'll be DeVito looking for that hat trick. 2 goals tonight. Handing it off to Danny Weaver. It'll be Osling. Couldn't control that one. Hitting the ice there was Dufault. By default. Now here comes, I believe that's Sardina. Tried a shot. That got blocked. Hartje with another shot. That blocked. Sardina's on the near side now, waiting for that puck to stop fluttering. Instead, he gets checked, and it'll come to Osling. Durham just going to scoop this one on in, and now a little problem there is that just couldn't quite get through the legs. Hartje had it tied up in his skates. He has it now. Etherington couldn't come up with that one. Now here is Sardina again. Tries to go around his man. Brady able to get it, though, but it'll come to the stick of Volko, who passes it to Gazzillo. Tried to clear. Now Volko trying to go out on an offensive run. Had that blocked. Pecker was there as well, but he was upended as well. He's tied up in the skates of a man on the ice. Popped back up and over. Gazzillo going to play this one just at the top of the left circle. Play it back behind him for Brady. Brady going to continue in that path. He's got Gessert all over his back, but Egan's going to receive the pass at the blue line for that. Volko heading up the blue line. Crisscrossing is Spretz and Keene, but now here is Egan trying to get one in on the far side. Able to elbow that one away is Baker. Gazzillo from the point now. Halford shoots from a tough angle, score. I thought that one caught the back of the cage, I will be honest, but it's in. 6-1. Titans now lead. .10:01 to go third period. It's all New Jersey at this point. So it'll be Bryce in the face-off circle. I believe that was Halford who got the goal. Hard to tell. Have to wait for the announcement. Now Ayata, here we got a fight. Getting some rights in there. It's Carrick. I believe that's Brasitis in there. He's getting some rights in there. They're right in front of the Titan bench. Now Brasitis is going to hit the ice. Now as Carrick got his arm loose and got a few rights in there as well. So Brasitis. And Carrick throw a few jabs. Both will head to the dressing room as in the NAHL, 5-minute major for fighting and plus 10-minute misconduct. And with 10 minutes, under 10 to go in the third period, you'd imagine that they would just sit there in case of overtime or shootout, because there is still time left for them if that should be needed. So the penalty box is still empty. Not sure if someone's going to get instigating or anything more than that, than the 5-minute major, 10-minute misconduct. So we'll restart. It'll be Butcher and Bryce in the circle. Bryce had it for a second, but it was Butcher who won the draw. Gazillo. So we each get game misconducts now as the announcement comes in. It'll be Carrick and Brasitis that get 5-minute majors for fighting and game misconducts. Now Marshall and Gazillo, they're going to go at it now as Gazillo went down, and then Marshall. Now Gazillo did not like that. He goes right after it. Thought it was a cheap shot. Marshall hits the ice as Gazillo now waits for the door to open, and he will head to the dressing room as Gazillo. I mean, all it was a simple shot at the shins, and Marshall's going to go to the dressing room with Carrick. Gazillo with Brasitis to the dressing room, and that'll send the equipment manager for New Jersey, Pat Dooley, on a little shuttle run to give them their sticks and gloves back. But the game sort of not in the balance anymore. It's sort of you can let those frustrations out just a little bit more. That said, Gazillo is going to get a 2-minute minor there for instigating, I believe. I mean, he got tripped up. It was an honest accident, I believe, just tripping over a stick, and he didn't like the way he went down. He got right back up, took a shot at Marshall, and then before you knew it, they were dropping the gloves. So, power play here for the Brown Bears, down 6-1. Gessert pinned up, has it against the boards with Brady. Coming to the rescue to help out there is Carlson. Hartje kept it in. Goodmanson with the slap pass down low towards the red line, then a little scoop. A little pitchfork pass doesn't work. It'll go out with 30 seconds gone in the man advantage. Hartje plays catch with Goodmanson. Bryce all over that one, and the clearing attempt is off of Bryce. So Garrett Halford's goal's being announced. Gessert in with point-blank range. He fanned on the shot and the pass through the goal mouth. Nobody in Brown there. Now the cross-ice pass is deflected off of his stick and into the seats for an offensive zone draw for the Kenai River Brown Bears. It's not that hard to say. 1:05 left in the man advantage, 8:24 in the period, which is regulation. Anthony Cusinelli is also serving the instigating minor by Gazzillo, which was added on to his major and misconduct. Now off the draw, quick shot off of it. It sails high. Spett's going to keep this one in off the glass. Keeping it in, though, is Kressel. And then Boff-Shaver playing catch with Spets. Spets waiting to tee one up for Kressel. They didn't quite connect there. Kept in by Keene. Now Cook going to go chase this loose puck. MacArthur at the point. Playing a little too close together. MacArthur plays catch there with Cook. Cook's going to send this one on, and the redirect try, stopped by Wright. MacArthur back across, blocked by a body in front, and then into the glove of Wright. 26 seconds left in the man advantage. 41-25 the shots in favor of New Jersey. 7:45 left in regulation. Although would take quite a bit from Kenai River and a collapse by New Jersey to really see the game change completely on its head. Face-off won by Kenai River. Here is Hartje trying to open up a lane as Miller blocked the opening. Gressel, now Gessert in there as well. There's a shot on by Carlson. He couldn't break free, though. Farabee's going to just backhand lift this one up, and now Miller on it full pace. Hartje wrapped his man around, absorbed the check as now the penalty's over. Cusinelli out on the ice serving the minor. He comes on with full force trying to create a turnover. But now Carlson's going to pick up this loose puck as Gessert was ahead of the play just by half a blade's length. So that will bring the face-off to the neutral zone with, oh thank heaven, 7:11 to go in the third period. So Kressel and Miller go battle. Now Miller's stick broke, although you can't tell it from here. He has to go to the bench and get a new one. Now here's one thrown in on goal. I think that got the back of the cage. That was the ripple you saw from Cusinelli's shot. Instead, it's pinned up against the near side boards. Weaver trying to keep that one in, but Kressel able to keep that from heading back in. Butcher able to nudge it ahead. Now fanning on the clear, Miller got the business end of the stick, sticks up in his body. He will wind and fire, and that is stopped by Baker. Not as tough as an angle that Garrett Halford scored from. The clearing attempt winds up in the visiting penalty box with 6:36 to go, third period. Here in New Jersey, Titans with a 5-goal advantage and a nearly 2-1 shot advantage. 42-26 the margin. Schuler picks that one off and softly sends that on goal. It's stopped by Baker. The clearing attempt down for an icing. 6:28 left. So Durham's going to win this draw, but not for long. Actually, Schuler is now at a point playing in a defensive role. That one went through traffic. Now Hasek is a little shaken up on that one, and Osling trying to shoot one, and that went wide as the whistle sounded. So Hasek, who had been a little slow to get up, took a stick to the, I believe a loose stick to the face or an errant shoulder or elbow. He's fine, though, still out there. Takes the draw, loses it, however. It's Goodmanson. Now it's back around. Angled around, it's Cook. Now he was a little bit behind that one. Now Osling and Hasek trying to connect again, but Keene's going to interrupt that progress. Durham checks his man into the boards as that puck is sent ahead, and now Schuler loses his edge and pitchforks this one out. And now Evanston couldn't hit that one at his stick. He had to go to a knee to get to it. Default has some equipment malfunction. I think he lost a glove, and then Durham able to hand that off to Schuler as this one will be played up. That one hit off the score table glass. That one will stay in play. Under 6 to go, 5:37 to go. It'll be frozen by right. So the game needing to be finished out. Durham chirping away with some on the Kenai River bench. So it'll be Sardina losing the draw to Ray Bryce. All the way back to the point, and the shot off the stick of MacArthur is stopped by Wright, turned to the corner. Gessert couldn't come up with that one as DeVito will guide it along the blue strip. Going to give it to Weaver. And then it'll be picked up by Bryce. He clears, and then it went back. It went over and then back across by Kenai River for an offside. 5:16 to go, third period. 6-1 your score. All these goals for New Jersey unanswered from the opening goal by Kenai River. Sardina, the goal scorer for Kenai River. New Jersey's got 2 from Tony DeVito, amongst others. Kressel battling with Weaver. They upended, and it is Valco who is all over this. Puts a lot of physicality into these checks now. Under 5 to go. That one's wrapped around for Weaver to go back and retrieve. Received it off the backhander by Wright. Now it'll be Weaver up here with it. Lifts it up over the center logo towards Bryce, trying to feed him on a run up the left side. Can't get there, though. Carlson gets that loose puck in the neutral zone, hands it on off to Butcher. Cusinelli steps in his way. Bumping into him is Weaver. Weaver now has it pinned up against the boards, and now it'll be picked up by Bryce. He'll hand it off to Brady. With a crunching hit in the middle of the ice by the man on the puck right now, Default, and Hamilton steps in the way of him, as that one will head towards Wright's direction. He'll cover. Default with another big push on Hamilton, but Hamilton did his job. Now Cusinelli having a word with Sei Ayata, who Japanese-born defenseman, checking to see if he's all right, his former teammate. DeVito going to guide it towards Weaver, banked off the boards. Now Cusinelli's going to try to lead Becker. Becker, the big power center, going into the corner, battling with Ayata. They're knifing away at it. Now Egan's going to pick up that loose puck on the forecheck. Instead, it'll get stripped of the puck, but then it'll come right back to him. And the slap shot by, I believe, Cusinelli is stopped by Baker. That is Cusinelli. So now it'll be Becker, Egan, and Valco. Valco tried to shoot as that one came to him. Now Becker with a shot that came right to his stick. He was winding up as it got to him, and that one will be gloved by Baker with 3:29 to go here in the third period. 45-27 is your score. 45-27 is the shot differential. 6-1 the score. Back behind the cage, battling is Valco. Now they'll head back towards Hamilton. Becker circles. Valco takes his man out of the play as they just fight for space. Coming off the puck, though, is Egan. And now it'll be Sardina with speed. Dances around some men. Now he tries to go around a third and fourth. He crashes the net, but tries to go around the stick of Hamilton. Hamilton's stick got it at the last moment there, as that'll be guided back behind the net. Now up towards Schuler at the blue line. Now here's Hamilton. He's just going to send this one in and head to the bench for a change as Osling eagerly gets back on the ice. Livingston going to send this one around the horn and in and out of play. Was in play, came back out, then back in. So thus, we will have a face-off in the offensive zone for the Titans in the Brown Bear zone to the right of Brian Baker. 2:40 to go. The faceoff's won by Kenai River. But they can't clear just yet. Cook picks up that loose puck, and now Durham is able to keep that puck in. Ayata sprinting on in there. Couldn't keep Durham off the puck, but he's able to get some aid, and Ayata was able to clear the puck out of the zone temporarily. It was sent back in on a delayed offside. Stopped by Baker. Now Cook up the left side boards. There's MacArthur trying to centering feed, and unable to get on that was Dufault. Weaver on the loose puck, going to guide it up towards Hasek, who streaks up the right side. The stick extended. He tries to turn around the corner. He's upended into the boards as they jab away at it. Under 2 minutes to go, 1:47 to be exact. Expect some physicality here. And it'll come loose out of reach of Hasek. Now coming in and shooting is going to be sticked away by Wright. Getting the shot off was Boshaver. Now Evingston, cross ice pass to Butcher, who's right or left-handed. Would have been better if he was right-handed. Here's the lefty Butcher trying to tee one up for Keene. His shot's stopped by the right pad of Wright. Now Evingston's shot is well wide, turnaround shot. Now Osling just going to send this one in with a 1:11 to go to the far corner. Spets to get it. Going to guide this one along, angled off the boards. Cusinelli's going to pick up the loose puck, trying to saucer one that was up in the thigh level for Miller. He comes away with the puck, though, and he's taken off the puck. No call there. As we're under a minute now, 51 seconds to go. The Kenai River Brown Bears trying to get one last one. Goodmanson goes around Brady, whose stick got in the way of the shot. Cusinelli pushing away there. Long pinned up against the boards, 37 seconds. Miller somehow gets it free and back to DeVito. It's loose now. Cusinelli trying to go hard. He's got Spets on him. Deeks save on the shot. The rebound by Farabee's buried. Farabee gets his second of the night. It's the 7th for the Titans, and with 24.9 to go in the third period, the Titans have won it. So 2 points will belong to New Jersey. Baker made the save on Cusinelli, and Farabee just picked up the dirty laundry and put it in the hamper. So Becker and Kressel will take the faceoff. Becker wins it back to Weaver. Now back to the center logo where Becker was waiting for it. Instead, be intercepted. Kressel up the ice. He had it left to him by MacArthur. This one's thrown in on goal. That one bumped off of the backside of one of the Brown Bears. Under 10 to go. 10 seconds, that is. MacArthur from the point. 2-1. The final drive by Keene. That bounced around into the paraphernalia of Wright as time expires. The Titans 7. The Kenai River Brown Bears 1. The final shot total in the arena scoreboard shows 47-30. It should be 47-31 with that last one. But regardless, a little slow start for New Jersey, but with that win, the Titans guarantee themselves first place by weekend's end. Not quite calendar year's end, but we're almost at that point. With 3 games to go until the holiday break, the Titans salute the crowd. And we'll head to the dressing room and have a meal, get some sleep, and then do it again 24 hours, a little under 24 hours from now. We'll be with you on fasthockey.com for that. And apologize for some of the technical difficulties on the YouTube channel, the audio feed. That one we got up later in the game. We'll try to have it for all 60 minutes tomorrow night. Until then, we'll see you then. I'm Rob Greisinger signing off for fasthockey.com. New Jersey Titans 7, Kenai River Brown Bears 1 from Middletown Ice World. Good night, everybody.